Something really special about this course is that many of our alumni, they don't just finish their MA and go and work in the industries. They contribute beyond what they do as a service designers.
So, hi, I'm Holly, and I originally trained as a graphic designer, where I got a chance to design lots of visual assets for my.
So before I did my master's, I was doing an undergrad in product and furniture design.
Hi, I'm Best, and I graduated from MA Interior Design in 2022. And before that, I was a coordinator, community manager, and also design researcher.
Hi, I'm Jean. I graduated from the MA Service Design in 2021. Before that, I worked as an interior architect in Bangkok.
In product and furniture design, there was a whole lot of focus around how to create new products, the process, the materiality, but less so on why people might want to use the products or need the products in the first place. And I was really interested in understanding more, how do we know what people need in the first place?
After I finished my MA course, and I came across this PhD opportunities, and then the following 4 years, I was working in museum visitor experience. When I was doing my research, Instagram was like booming. Like everyone was like taking photos in the museum. I was very interested in like how this kind of behavior would like impact their experience as well.
I feel that the Masters is going more and more towards not just understanding the tools and technicalities around service design, but also how do you start critiquing it and to critique your place as a service designer or as a designer in the context that you are working in, and your positionality in that. It's something that I can relate to a lot in my PhD, which is around understanding how local governments can be more culturally sensitive as they do participatory work with their residents. After working as a service designer, I worked as a research associate at UAL alongside other universities in the UK and in India around a project that was understanding One Health solutions for diagnostics in the realm of antimicrobial resistance, and that was working under Professor Alison Prendeville, who was also the course director of the Masters when I was doing the Masters. So it was nice working with her again.
Apart from doing my full-time job, I also run and organize a community. It's called Service Lab London. Myself and my team, there's a few of us now. I've been doing that I think for 3 years now. So basically since I finished MA Service Design. Service Lab London is a community for designers and researchers or whoever that are interested in moving into this field. And we also have a lot of graduates coming to our event. And we're very proud because right now we have 6,000 members.
I have been working with the Service Design Network for over 3 years. I think it's very special to be a part of that community. We have like many different chapters in different countries. But what's special about that is like we all get together sometime through the conference or any events.
When we plan events also a service itself, right? Like there's so many touch points involved. And I think we think things through like, oh, what about the accessibility? Like what are the topics that people want to hear? And why do we want to host it and who's collaborating with us? And also we take feedback as well, like what sort of things that people in the community want to hear. We're designers and we do a lot of co-design and collaborative work, bringing people together.
One thing I have to say is like, when I was studying, I feel like talking to the end user is something so obvious. Like when you do research, you have to do it. But in reality, it's not always the case. You need to convince your client why you need to spend the time and the budget.
So many of the stakeholders that I've worked with, whether it's internal stakeholders, teammates, other people in the company or external, is that there's a lot of tacit knowledge. They understand about their own processes and their own values around the services, but it's not necessarily something that is documented, it's not something that is understood perhaps by other stakeholders, and that can cause a lot of misunderstanding between various roles and agendas. And so one of the things that I still really keep from my master's is just sort of, as people are talking, jotting things down, drawing things down, and making something that is tangible. Because as soon as something is tangible, an idea, a thought, or a process of a service, as soon as it's out there in the open, it's something that can be used as a way to communicate between different people, different teams.
It's okay to be a bit messy and not knowing what you are doing at first. It's okay to feel lost. Trust the process.
Try more different ways to solve the problems as crazy as possible.
I would say just go for it.